guys and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're doing another episode of Fossil Friday, and I'm basically going to be cleaning up one of the rocks I found quite a while ago. It was last summer when I was doing field work for my dissertation, but I'm currently writing my dissertation, so I need to clean up some of the rocks, and so that's what I'm going to be doing today. So this is the rock I've got. And you can see clearly along here that there is a Ammonite fossil within there. You can see the ribbing going around. So I'm hoping I can just flick this part off and it will reveal a beautiful Ammonite, but it very rarely happens that easily. But we'll see, like, there's a chance the Ammonite might be crushed or not all there. It might just be a fragment, but until you get inside you don't know what you're dealing with. So this Ammonite here is a hahah Ammonite, and the rock it's from is known as the junction bed sediments, near from the Jurassic coast. If you're local you might know that, if not, there you go. But yeah, so it just looks like that, and I'm gonna attempt to get it out. Now gear wise, I'm currently using, I've just grabbed whatever I could find that I think will do the trick. So I think this is an old paint stripper, but it has the right sort of nose on it. I need to sort of like flick it off, and then I do have a geology hammer, so not exactly ideal, but it's funny, they have that saying where it's like all the gear, no idea, but I'm like, got the idea, none of the gear. But hopefully that will change at some point. And then when you're cleaning up rocks, I do recommend wearing eye protection, just because it takes one little fragment to get in and you're in trouble basically. I normally have a very attractive pair from B&Q, but I'm pretty sure I left it on a rock somewhere, so some other fossil hunter might be wearing those now. So I'm just going to wear my glasses, as they protect my eyes. It won't be ideal if I scratch them, but it's better than scratching my eyeballs, so I'm going to go with that. But I will adjust my camera down so you can see what I'm doing, and let's see what's in this rock. So I've just placed the rock on a towel to protect my desk, and I don't think it's going to take much force to break this rock off. It seems quite crumbly, but obviously we'll see if that's the case. And I'm wearing my hefty eye protection, just in case anything flicks off. I think it's going to be fairly straightforward, but we will see. So I hope you guys can see this. I'm going to start by trying to flick off this bit here, because I think there's a crack there, so I'm just going to give it a few taps. This is going to go horribly wrong. Just like that. So ideally that's what we want. We just want it to like flake off in chunks, and see what we're dealing with. The fossils in this sort of layer are, they're either amazing or not really worth the time, but you can't really decide. Probably shouldn't be doing this on my desk, it's making a lot of noise. Right. I've moved from my desk just because when I was hitting it the rock was like moving slightly. Ideally I want to make like a sand pit sort of area, or somewhere to absorb the impact of like hitting with a hammer so it doesn't like move around. But I'm working with what I've got currently, so we'll see if this is any better. So we're making progress here. This is about to lift off. Like that. Just going to flake them off. See what we're dealing with. I don't think it's going to be a beautiful Ammonite inside, but we'll give it time. Right. So you can see it starting to come out there, but if you look in here, you can see it's all quite sort of like corroded looking, and you can't actually see all the ribbing, which is a common occurrence with these types of Ammonites in this layer, but I'll keep going and see what it reveals. But now that I've got more off it, if we take a closer look, if you look here, this is actually one huge whirl, so you can see the ribbing continues in that sort of, like it's a curve with a little lump in the middle, which is signature to a hahah. So this is actually, I think it's going to end up being a fragment from like a really big Ammonite, but I'll see what happens when I lift this off. But that width there, like everything we've exposed currently is one whirl instead of like it being a thin one that goes all into the middle. Don't know if that makes sense, but I'm going to keep going. So just a little quick update, if we look in here we can see another whirl with some ribbing on it, so there is a lot more going on here. So I'm going to try and get off all of this stuff here so I can see properly if it's just like a fragment of a larger one or what's going on. So I'm going to keep going. This bit has just flicked off, revealing that. So if we're lucky, there might be a middle piece under here. If not, we're just going to have two nice whirls touch rock. So yeah, we'll see, but you can see the ribbing really nice on this piece here. So I'm going to flick off this little bit here, clean it up a little bit, and then move on to the middle.
Worn out places, worn out faces.
We've had a bit of a catastrophe. The base part here has popped off, but from looking inside the rock you can't actually see the shell continue, which is why I think it is just a fragment of a Harpoceros here. But I'm going to flick this bit off carefully now, hopefully without any more breaking off, and yeah, we'll see what it looks like. I think I'm done cleaning it up now, mainly because I think I'm just going to make it worse if I do any more. So it hasn't turned out terrible, but it definitely is a fragment. So you can see the two whirls there, and the more and more I eat away at the middle, the more I'm thinking I don't think it's there, because you can't see any shell on this side. So I've just decided to leave it for now, and maybe brush it up a bit later, clean the edges a little bit nicer, but I think overall it still is a lovely looking piece. It's got a lot of character, and you know, like, it's very clearly an Ammonite, just a little bit broken, but still got a lot of character. And the whirls, if you look on the whirls, I'm just trying to get all the dust off, you can see the ribbing really clear, and it's that little wave. So it's definitely a Harpoceros. I'm thinking Falciparum, but the ribs just, they do this sort of thing. Ooh, that's the next one. They kind of have like a little bump in them all the way around. So, no, I mean, I think it's turned out quite nice. Let me know what you think, and try not to slate my amazing prepping skills too much. I am definitely a novice at preparing fossils. I like finding them, just can't prepare them. I definitely want to try some air tools and things like that as and when I get more into it. But for now, my, paint stripper and hammer will just have to do. The other thing I've heard works well is a little nail, so I might try, you've got to get like a hardened tipped nail, and I'm going to try and do the grooves with that. It just like clears up a little bit nicer, and you can do like really tiny bits with that, without like, breaking off the whole base bit like I did. But I've got a nice collection of rubble going on at the back here. All the pieces that very nicely flaked off, some of them, and then others were a bit more difficult to get off. I was proper whacking, so apologies to my neighbours. But yeah, that's today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the fossil and how it turned out. I think the prep job isn't terrible. Like, you can see it more than you could beforehand. I've got a photo of it. Let's do a comparison. that is the bottom of it. I took a before photo just in case I messed it up because I need it for my dissertation. So there's a clear difference there. So the before and the after. I should try and make these the same size. It's not gonna work. So before, I mean, it was a deceiving little whirl there. But yeah, it housed an even bigger one. So no, I think it's nice. So that's that one. So that's today's video. I really do hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.